So I remember early on in my career, came on scene and there was a baby on a couch. Had been drinking from a baby bottle that was propped on a pillow while the mother tried to get some rest. When we got there, the baby was in full arrest. So I did CPR. At the time, I had 2 little infants at home. The baby, to my knowledge, didn't make it. Thinking down in here in Gastown, we were on scene at a nightclub, found about a 21-year-old male, had been stabbed in the chest and had collapsed on the floor, but he was still conscious. And he looked up at me and he said, "Am I gonna die?" And I said, "No." And he slowly lost consciousness and he passed away. Oak Street Bridge. It was a head-on car crash. Her legs had been severed, both of them. Got a report of a stabbing or an assault. He's dead, Cap, and the police officer, not a comment on them or him at the time, but he screamed, "It's okay! I felt a pulse!" And I pulled the stuff that was on him down, whether it was blankets or whatever, I don't remember. But his head was decapitated. It's fucked up, he's decapitated. Fucking, get a grip. It's just such a bizarre scene where 2 people, one a police officer and one a firefighter, are arguing whether a guy still has a heartbeat and his fucking head isn't attached to his body. We get on the scene and the report of a pedestrian struck, and I've never, ever, ever, ever forgot this. I see 2 rubber boots. It was like they'd just been placed right on the roadway, about 100, 150 feet up the road. There was about an 8-year-old little boy who used to be in those boots. So we get this call, and there's a male down, he's about 25, 30, and he had multiple stab wounds, 30, 40 stab wounds. Like, if you want to know the imagery, if you stab a roast, and you hear that, it's like a thud, and you can feel the tissue. And I've actually done that where I've stuck it in. And I imagine somebody did that 30 or 40 times to this human being. This is in this area, roughly. We get there, and there's a guy hanging by a rope. There was about a 10-year-old boy there, and his dad's hanging there in front of him. There's another call up in the Victoria Drive area. Oh my God, this baby had been dropped in a tub of hot water. I had skin on my uniform. I highly doubt that baby made it. Back over here, and it was a house fire. But there was a person on the couch. Their abdomen split and it opened up. It was like a rainbow. It was the intestines and kidneys and livers, but it was an absolute, perfectly anatomically preserved body. I haven't told people these stories. And every firefighter, they have this. So I tend to only speak English for myself, that it just adds up. It's just not normal to be driving down a street and seeing the light poles where people have crashed and killed themselves in a car accident. You've gone pulled up and they're dead. It's not normal to see rubber boots on a shelf in a shoe store and think about a little 8-year-old boy, but I do. It's not normal to cross Oak Street Bridge and think about legs being torn off a body of a 21-year-old girl, but I do. It's just not normal.